In this week's Training Minute, we will explore the key principles of Palo Alto communication, focusing primarily on the third of four principles. The objective is to identify this third major principle and become aware of the various levels of communication and its omnipresence in relationships. But first, let's revisit the two previous principles. Researchers from the Palo Alto School assert that you cannot not communicate. Indeed, whatever we do, we always communicate, even through the absence of words or actions. The second principle states that every communication has a content aspect and a relationship aspect, meaning that in any communication, the relationship between the people is as important, if not more important, than the content of the message. And now, here is the third of the four main principles of Palo Alto communication: the punctuation of exchanges. This principle refers to the way individuals interpret and segment communication within an interaction. Each person in a conversation sees and understands the exchange in their own way, influenced by their own perceptions, beliefs, and expectations. As for punctuation, it is the way each person segments and interprets the sequence of events to make sense of the situation. Each person thinks that their own action is a reaction to the other's action, creating a loop where each person's behavior reinforces the other's. Example of a work situation. The manager constantly sends reminders to the employee to ensure tasks are completed. The employee takes these reminders as a sign of mistrust and becomes frustrated, which leads them to disengage and stop informing the manager of their work progress. The punctuation of exchanges in this situation is that the manager sees the employee's disengagement and thinks that they need to be more vigilant, prompting them to send even more reminders. And the employee, receiving even more reminders, feels even more frustrated and becomes even less communicative. The manager punctuates the exchanges by thinking, if I don't keep on top of him, he won't do his work. The employee punctuates the exchanges by thinking, he doesn't trust me, so I don't want to report to him. Key takeaway. The result of this type of communication is that each person sees the other as the cause of their actions, reinforcing a negative cycle where both parties' behaviors are sustained by their own perceptions. To break this cycle, one of them must change their way of punctuating the exchanges. In this example, either party could directly address the issue of trust and autonomy, rather than reacting automatically to the other. This concludes this week's Training Minute. We invite you next week to the Training Minute to learn about the fourth and final major principle of Palo Alto communication. For more information on our training courses, visit our website at actualizacion.com or reach us at 1-877-688-0101. Actualizacion, training and consulting since 1970.